League season is coming to an end, and what are the Manchester United ratings going to look like in FIFA 20? Let's get into this.
Take me to that place called Wonderland.
Hey guys, Finn here. That is of course FYNN, and as you can see it's a nice sunny day out. I've got the sun on me, so that's really nice. And yeah, as I said, I'm not going to really do the full Manchester United team. I've only got 11 players. I've got the goalkeeper, obviously, 4 defenders, 3 midfielders and 3 attackers, just because those are the players I wanted to do the rating of, not all of the ratings. But if you do want them, I will do a part 2, so ask me or tell me to do a part 2 in the comment section below. And yeah, close to 70 subscribers. It would be awesome if we could hit 100 very soon. But yeah, it's a video I'm really excited to do, and it's a prediction video obviously, so it's obviously my opinion, and you guys must tell me yours down below as well. That'd be awesome. And if there are any other teams you want me to do, and of course Instagram, Facebook, all of that stuff. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. Okay, so goalkeeper obviously has to be De Gea. This season he has had a 91 rated card, but obviously I think he's only gotten 7 clean sheets in the Premier League, and obviously that's not his best by a mile. And I would have to downgrade him to a 90. I have to minus that 1 rating. And I don't necessarily, he could go to an 89. I could definitely see that, but I don't see him being downgraded to an 89 as much as I do a 90. For instance, if you look at Manuel Neuer, he was downgraded to a 90 after he was injured the whole of last season and had a very, very poor World Cup. Obviously, De Gea's had a very poor year, let's say, ever since the World Cup in Russia. And obviously, I think he could potentially stay at a 90, I'd say. He could just get -1. I think that is what is going to happen to David De Gea. Okay, Luke Shaw, obviously, tremendous transformation. One of the best left backs in the Premier League. The only real left back that would contend with him at the best left back is Robertson, and I would say Robertson is a much better left back than Luke Shaw. But I have to say Luke Shaw is 81 rated at the moment, and I could easily see him go to an 82 or an 83. But just to be safe, I'll only upgrade him to an 82 as my prediction as for his rating. I think that is what he's going to get. Definitely world-class player, and I could definitely tell you guys, I could really lower all of these ratings, especially after watching that Wolves game. That really just will haunt me forever. Yeah, the 2 centre-backs that have to go with him, the first one has to be Victor Lindelof. Obviously, I've spoken a lot about Victor Lindelof on this channel over and over and over, and I think he is at 81 at the moment. I think he could go up to an 82, definitely our best centre-back at the moment, but still has a lot to work on, okay? Now, Chris Smalling, of course, I thought he had a really good season, but whenever I think Smalling or Jones has a good season, they seem to score own goals and make lots of mistakes just to prove me wrong. Okay, now obviously Smalling is an 81 at the moment. I do believe I could see him go to an 80, possibly a 79. Obviously horrific centre-backs, and I don't think they are for Manchester United quality, okay? The last defender I have is Ashley Young. Of course I could put below, what's his name, Darwin. I'm going to have to go with Ashley Young, and as I said, he is nowhere near Manchester United quality. He deserves to be playing for a much lower team in the Premier League. I think he could play for Newcastle, maybe go back to his Watford roots, but there's no way he is of a Manchester United quality. I mean, his performances are just horrific. As I say, I feel like he's always going to get a red card or get a penalty, and he proved me right with the red card in the game against Wolves. And to be honest, it's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing to think that that's the kind of player we fall back on, and hopefully we do kind of buy a player like Wan-Bissaka or something like that, because as I said, I'm not a huge Ashley Young fan. Yeah, I think he's going to go from an 80 rating to a 77. And now my 3 midfielders I'm going with. First one has to be Matic. Obviously one of those players who Mourinho bought in from the Chelsea legacy. And yeah, 86 rated. I think he's going to go down to an 84. I think his rating this season was way too high. They gave him a way too high rating when he did come over this season, and I don't think he really deserved it. I think he's going to go back down to an 84. Obviously hasn't been playing that well, has been so hidden, and obviously yeah, as I said, injury driven, so that's not the best for him. Okay, Pogba 88 rating is his current rating. I could see him stay at 88, I could see him go to 87, I don't see him going up, but obviously he's had a huge transformation, and I think the last games in the Premier League that we have left are seriously going to determine his rating, because if he does well, he's going to stay at an 88, if not, he could go down to an 87, but Pogba really needs to pull up the socks. You see on social media everywhere, everyone's against him at the moment, because he has all these links to Real Madrid, and he's not very loyal to the club itself. Okay, now my last midfielder, I am going to put Scott McTominay in there. The man is so driven by the club, and I've said this about Luke Shaw before, but I could see Scott McTominay being captain in the future, definitely. The Scottish player, the young Scottish player, scored his first Premier League goal against Wolves. I thought he played a really good game against Wolves. It's so unfortunate that they did lose that game, a very important game. At the moment, I think he's 74 rated. I can see him going up to 77, 78 even. I think he's definitely a crucial player. And yeah, with Herrera leaving to PSG, it looks like, which by the way, that would be a huge tragedy, one of the hardest working players in Manchester United. I could see Scott McTominay filling that place as the hard-working player who works game in, game out all the time for the club, for his love of the club. I can see him going up by 3 to 4 points. Now, the 3 forwards I've gotten is Anthony Martial. Obviously hasn't had the best season. He keeps having wonderful moments in the season, then he falls back and he becomes hidden. He is 83 at the moment. I can see him going up to an 84, definitely a very good player, but still has a lot to prove in the Premier League. Okay, now my second forward I have to go with is Marcus Rashford, currently 81 rated, one of our best players at the moment. As I said, I can see him becoming one of the best in the world. Lots of people are saying maybe the future will be like him and Mbappe. I don't know if I really see him passing Mbappe, but they're two very different types of players. I can see Rashford going up by 3 points to an 84. Of course, that's the same as Martial, but I don't know if I see Rashford breaking that 85 mark yet. Of course, he's a very good young striker, lots to work with. And the difference between last season and this season is I'm seeing he's a lot less selfish. He was very selfish last season, but he's passing a lot more now. As I said, he's still got so much to learn. And my third attacker has to be Lukaku. Lukaku is currently at 86. I see him staying at 86. Obviously has not proven himself worth a Manchester United striker position as the past strikers we've had at Manchester United. We've had legends like Zlatan, we've had Rooney, we've had Cantona, we've had, all the great strikers. Lukaku has not even filled one of their shoes, one of their boots. So I see him staying at an 86. I don't know if I see him going down to an 85 because he still scored a decent amount of goals, but not nearly the amount that he should. Now guys, you tell me what you think about these players, their ratings, what you would change if I should do any other team. As I said, very close to hitting 70 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate that if you help me break that. And tell me if you want me to do the other Manchester United players, a part 2 if you will, of me doing other players other Manchester United players. Otherwise guys, this has been Finn, FYNN. Cheers.